Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and tonight we're going to do a reading for a no contact or no communication situation. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it could be. We have the first card as negotiator. I feel like somebody is a little bit desperate and is kind of willing to do something maybe that they hadn't been in the past, but it may not be enough. This person may have taken too long, or they may have done too much here. It feels like there's been either a lack of honesty or somebody not really willing to truly show themselves in a situation where this may not be salvageable. So, dun dun dun, a little bit of drama. Kind of like the title, right? All right, let's call in spirit. Just a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I'm going to continue here with the Gold and the Normand. Kind of lost my voice there. Maybe somebody is a little bit concerned about being able to say something to you. We have number 33, the key, and number 3, the ship. So it was maybe like 2 weeks ago where I had this same combination because I remember 333 coming out. So I'll try to attach that, but it might be kind of hard to find. We've got something about moving on or new opportunities as the right situation or like the right path to choose. It's like somebody has realized that whatever's happened in this situation between somebody they care about and themselves, it's time to have some time apart. There isn't really much that can be done in terms of working together. This could be somehow related to the Scorpio reading I just did. And now we have number 34. Interesting. So maybe somebody going on their own or taking a new path is exactly what they need in terms of being able to change their luck. So we've got somebody here who's taking action, maybe actually traveling to a different place than where they normally spend their time. And good things happen as a result of this move that they make that maybe was a little shocking for people. Oh, awesome. Well, welcome, Sean. I hope you're having a wonderful night. All right, actually, let's move to. We haven't used the Masonic Tarot in a while, so we'll go with that one. Okay, what else do we have for no contact? We have the Six of Chalices. This is often about good memories from the past or somebody that you feel, good about. And then we have the Five of Chalices in the reverse. This feels like somebody who's accepting that there have been good times and bad. There's been something, magical that we've experienced, but we've also realized that it's not sustainable, right? So I don't I don't regret having the time that I had with you, but it isn't something that we can remanufacture or duplicate. Like that ship has sailed is kind of what I'm hearing. Oh, hello. How's it going? Do you want me to call you? Should I call you Miss P? I should tell you one of my favorite family jokes. There's a highway, I believe, in Wisconsin, because I think they just name all their highways by letters. And this particular highway is Highway P. We're driving around in the Wisconsin countryside. and it's like my parents and my brother and I, and my mom gets all excited because we're trying to figure out where we are, and she says, "Oh, P, I know where that comes out." She might kill me if she was telling this story, but whenever we're joking about, like, trying to reorient ourselves, okay, where do we need to go in terms of, like, getting home or wherever we're trying to go? If somebody ever asks the question, "Well, do you know where that comes out?" It's just downhill from there. Hello, is that Miley or Millie? I can't read now. I'm like so blind. And another Sean, well, another comment from Sean. Hello, you guys. I'm so glad you're here. I'm trying to make sure I do lives at different times of days or of the day because I want to make sure everybody's, able to try to join. We've got another 6, by the way. So somebody here is kind of hoping to leave things on amicable terms, even though it hasn't worked out. It hasn't been, that equal give and take. There hasn't been the outcome they wanted. There hasn't been the like symbiotic relationship. I don't know, the magic was gone. I think in part I chose the Masonic Tarot because these are kind of bland. Like there's a missing component here. So because of that, it's easier to be no contact. I don't know, there isn't the same 5 of Cups in the upright where you're thinking about what could I have done differently or what did I need to say to make that. Oh no, 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 don't do that. Those are the worst. There's a sense that this is actually over, right? So there was something that happened, and maybe it happened multiple times. Maybe there was a sense that somebody had apologized for something and then not changed their behavior. And that repetitive action or that failure to demonstrate doing something differently resulted in a more final like judgment call, like, okay, well, you know what, then this isn't for me and I'm just gonna have to like move along, right? We have the Hermit. Somebody has been able to tap into their intuition more effectively, and I feel like it's because they're actually following it. This feels to me like somebody that had tried to ignore what their intuition was telling them for a long time, but it's become glaringly obvious now. Do you see? This is a pretty different interpretation of the Hermit card than you normally get. There are multiple lights in the sky, and I feel like it's all of these signs and nudges from the universe or your ancestors or spirit guides trying to guide this. It probably could be a masculine, but it doesn't have to be. Somebody here who was kind of isolating themselves and ignoring their intuition is now kind of getting beat over the head with these messages like, hey, yo, can you hear this? Is this thing on? Like, we've been trying to reach you. That thing that you're doing is pretty lame, and we think you should stop doing it. There's this other cool thing over here that you could be doing if you could just stop doing that other thing that's lame. They probably sound way cooler than I do them. All right, what else about this rider? The rider in the Lenormand, this is the first card, of course. This is often about somebody taking the effort to actually visit in person, not just sending a message by phone or actually like calling you. This is somebody who feels the need to visit. And with the 5 of Mallets in the reverse, that would be like the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, by the way. This is somebody who is coming back into your life. Like there is an urgency here based on somebody kind of waking up and realizing Holy shit, that was close, you guys. Did you hear that? Please tell me you heard that. Oh, I just got chills. Okay, so it's storming here, by the way. Ooh, okay. Um, this is possibly how somebody feels in terms of realizing they have to do something right away. Holy shit. Okay. Hi, Moon Goddess. How's it going? You guys, tell me, did you hear that at all? Or is it just me over here freaking out by myself? I felt like it was so close. All right. I'm focusing. I promise. We have the Knave of Chalices in the reverse. Somebody is doing something impulsive, something that they never really thought they would do for anybody, but that they feel like is their only option right now. Yeah. Yeah, that's why it sounded that bad. But yeah, it's been raining for a while, so definitely not planning on going anywhere, you guys. We've got the Four of Swords and the Three of Mallets, which I should have explained earlier. The mallets are like pentacles because that's what you use to actually like shape things. And the gold you might assume as pentacles, but that's something they consider associated with the fire signs because that is how you create gold. So just to avoid some confusion there. But we've got Four of Swords with basically the Three of Pentacles, right? With the mallets here. So there is a sense that somebody has gotten some assistance, perhaps some guidance from somebody who has gone through a very similar situation in terms of how they can heal or what they should do in terms of recovering from a pretty difficult situation. We have the King of Mallets, which would be like the King of Pentacles. Yeah, exactly. We've got the same. Well, here's what I'm seeing here. We've got the same symbols on the Three of Mallets as the other two cards. One of them has the moon again, and one of them has the sun again. These little guys right here. So I feel like because this is about collaboration, there were elements that were needed from both the light and the dark side. Anybody want to talk about Star Wars? This is somebody, whoever resonates with this King of Pentacles, this is somebody who is more comfortable in one than the other, probably the dark side of their soul, right? They weren't really comfortable being more in the higher vibrational love side of things. They were maybe a little bit overly defensive or quick to argue, or even just kind of stoic in terms of not really communicating how they feel. But this person has been able to get some sort of healing or understand what they need to change about their life as a result of being inspired by somebody who has that other side. So if this is the white swan, they found the black swan. If they were the black swan, they found the white swan. If you understand the movie reference, I did a video on that. But just basically divine masculine, divine feminine, being able to be both of light in terms of loving everyone, but also being able to defend yourself, right? We have the Knight of Swords. This indicates some pretty fast action. I feel like that thunderclap is happening all over again. Somebody knows something without a shadow of a doubt. There has been like a really big change in somebody's opinion. They know they need to end one thing and move forward. This could be literally moving somewhere else or leaving, a family home situation, something that has been determined to be toxic. And with the Two of Swords in the reverse, this is not a decision that needs to be made. This has been made. And I feel like because we have the sun here again, I know it's because it's the swords, but we have somebody here who is well aware of who has inspired them or what has contributed to them finding a more authentic path or a happier existence, right? We have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Wow. So the King and Queen of Swords can be seen in a couple of different ways. It's definitely interesting that they came out together and that one of them is looking at the other, but the other one's looking at you. So I feel like there's a chance for many of you, this is a divine counterpart, a divine pair. But there's also a sense that the King and Queen of Swords can be people who have just gotten a divorce or people who are not in a relationship, people who are more head over heart. But we've got a feather above this gentleman and a sun above this woman. So we could have two people who are actually still single because they're no contact thinking about each other. The impression I really get though is that we've got the Queen of Swords over here, aware that a masculine might be coming back with her like guard up, right? And the masculine knows like if I'm coming in to try to like make amends here, I don't really have like a warm welcome. I might have like 3 minutes before I get shoved out the door. There's an understanding here between the two of them that this person has taken too long. So for some of you, you might not be open to any communication whatsoever. Tell me more about this King and Queen of Swords. We have occupation, number 34. Of note, since we also have the King, and I don't know why I'm going over here. I never do that. So the number 34 could be important to you. We have journey and courtship. Somebody has realized they have to actually show up. They have to put in a lot of effort. They have to do what they should have done a long time ago, and that involves travel. This person might have to do more than one mode of transportation to get to the person they need to speak with, because we have the ship and we have the train. Not to mention a dude on a horse. I doubt you're going to go by horse, but if you do, that's pretty rad. Now it's raining really hard. I don't know if you can hear that. Marathon, that's so not my You mean because I've done so many live recordings today? Yeah, I think I did that a little bit the other day too. I wanna do, like, maybe 4 or 5 a day if I can. But, yeah, we've got somebody who is maybe doing a marathon of travel here, Bob, and their end goal, they want to take somebody out on a date or seriously date somebody. I was just thinking to myself, we're only missing the 3 because there was the 34 under the 34, and now we have another 34. And it's the card right before courtship, which is marriage. You'd think it'd be after the courtship card, wouldn't you? I mean, it did come out after it, but somebody is wondering whether or not you're single, whether or not you have like completely deaded the situation, or if they I think somebody's wondering if they straight up proposed to you, what you would do. Like, if they demonstrated they were that serious, would you be willing to entertain it? And it may be a holiday thing. It may be a, "Hey, so, like, you know, it's Christmas pretty soon, and I got you this thing." And then you turn around and they're, like, proposing, and you're like, "What?" I don't know, maybe you're more like, "Huh?" What else do we have about this gift? We have distant horizons in the reverse. So if you are at a distance right now, I really do feel like somebody is traveling towards this person's Queen of Swords. All right, I don't know why I'm doing the cards the way that I am, but I'm going to keep doing this. All right, this is the Gypsy Oracle. What is this Six of Chalices? We have the Priest in the reverse. This is giving me like fake religiousness, somebody who pretends to be really pious or, really lives by the 10 Commandments or what have you, but they're actually, behind closed doors, awful people, or somebody is. We have Fortune and Wedding in the reverse. The end of this relationship has somebody pretty concerned because they don't have their own money. We have Enemy in the reverse. Misfortune. You guys, look at this. Fortune in the reverse and misfortune. This is somebody's like worst nightmare come true, I think, this ending of a relationship. We have frivolity. Yeah, so if you were supposed to be some, believer that likes to be a good person, frivolity would not be your card. You would be, seen as a kind, generous person that makes the world a better place. Frivolity is more about somebody that does whatever the hell they feel like doing. And with Room and Death, there's a sense here that there was a closeness or something that was shared that has ended. There may have been somebody that changed sides in terms of some sort of campaign to be dishonest about who had done what. I feel like maybe this King of Swords, King of Pentacles was framed for something or, bad-mouthed. We have Young Woman and Love coming out sideways. This is somebody who doesn't know how to love. This young woman. I believe this is the person that the King of Swords or King of Pentacles has left behind. I don't think that's the Queen of Swords, but it could be. I don't feel like it is. This feels like a wiser feminine energy. We have Soldier in the reverse and Sorrow. Someone was sick of fighting. It felt like all they did was spend time at home and argue with this person that they grew to not really care for. And the end of this relationship that they thought at one point would have been something that really upset them is no longer upsetting. We have Foe in the reverse, but they're trying to find a way to end this situation without making it worse. Because this is somebody who likes to, I think, kind of do a little bit of like petty revenge shit. So this person may be trying to kind of like secretly leave. We're going to continue with the Everyday Tarot. We have the King of Swords again, and the Queen of Wands. So this could be a new pair. We'll figure out, especially because I'm inclined to put it here towards the spot where somebody had inspired this King of Pentacles. Who is this Queen of Wands? Yeah, this Queen of Wands is somebody who inspired this masculine energy by being very truthful or authentic, but he denied that cup of love. He didn't pursue this person. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So this King of Swords has ended a relationship, and that's why we have the Nine of Pentacles coming out. That can signify somebody has, independence, right? This is somebody who is also potentially like independently wealthy, or, consistently is in that stable energy. They're able to take care of themselves. With the Queen of Cups clarifying the Queen of Wands, this is somebody that this masculine energy cares about deeply. This person could be, I just heard the word like rambunctious. Like this person seems to be a really good combination of a little bit fiery and really compassionate. That kind of person that will be the life of the party, but if you get a little too sick, they'll also help you in terms of like, here's some water. Do you need something to puke into? Like kind of like the entertaining mother hen kind of figure. We had the Page of Swords fall onto the King of Swords over here. So I feel like there's, despite the distance, been this desire to watch somebody. Four of Pentacles. There's something that this Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups energy said to this King of Swords, some truth about how he treated her or made her feel that has repeated over and over again for this masculine energy, something that he's held on to. I feel like it could be how she felt about him, or something that was difficult to hear in terms of his having hurt her. Because we do have some agony here. Somebody is not able to sleep at night. They're really concerned about what they did wrong here and how they could have handled the situation better. They know that there's a decent chance they've completely lost this love. Tell me about the main male. This main male has a history of being a little controlling or misleading. This is somebody who might not lie to your face, but they might omit, right? Maybe they're quiet and they're not going to tell you, anything of what happened so you don't ask questions, that kind of thing. This isn't honesty for honesty's sake. It's like, I'm just going to make it a little bit kind of truthful. So we have Four of Swords in the reverse. There was an effort made to avoid repairing this situation. Somebody has taken a very long time and wanted to avoid this, but they don't feel like they can anymore. Two of Swords. Somebody may be traveling at night, trying to figure out what would be the right approach, what would demonstrate to this Queen of Swords that they actually have good intentions and want to make a solid offer. I don't know. Is there such a thing? This is underneath the marriage and courtship. This is somebody thinking, do I have to like go big or go home? Tell me about the King and Queen of Swords. Seven of Swords again. Somebody was perhaps a little bit less than honest regarding either where they lived or whether they were in a relationship, whether they wanted a relationship. But there was something they said that betrayed them, something that gave them away. We have the Hanged Man in the reverse. The King of Swords was trying to stay in the same place, didn't want to change, and then realized what they were really doing was sacrificing their own happiness. And now there's a decision that's been made because they have basically realized they're empowered to make that change, right? Does that say one dirty one? That's awesome. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. All right, we've got the Ace of Swords. Let's learn more about that. Wow, you guys. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. We're just missing the Ace of Wands here. Somebody feels like the truth was really difficult to accept because that was when they realized what they had done was sabotage something really beautiful, that they had lost or missed an opportunity or like a really beautiful gift, something that they would not be able to replace. For the Page of Swords, we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Somebody has witnessed that another person has been able to heal from heartbreak and love. Tell me about the Priest in the reverse. The Priest in the reverse is somebody who is juggling. This could have been like another relationship or somebody who is just really focused on trying to distract people from one thing so that you would focus on what they want you to focus on. So somebody who would be a bit of a trickster. Tell me about this misfortune, please. The misfortune is the truth coming out. So somebody's illusion was discovered, and it was something that they really thought they would be able to hide. So when it was exposed, this was one of those things that you don't really know how to handle it at first, when like a scandal first breaks and you're just like, holy shit, this is like a little bit overwhelming for me. Tell me about the room. We have Temperance. Interesting, you guys. Look at the two angels hanging out. I mean, you could argue that there was some sort of protection here to get some situation to end because the King of Pentacles needed to move forward in his life, the King of Swords. Because with the Sorrow in the reverse, this is somebody who's realized that this ending is exactly what they needed. And if they've gone no contact, they don't see a reason to change that. They view that as going backwards. Almost 20 years old. That is so cool. All right, tell me about this Two of Swords in the reverse, please. We have the Moon, Somebody is no longer conflicted on whether or not they should be honest about something they never told a high priestess. Now, here's where it starts to get a little amusing for me. This high priestess probably already knows exactly what they want to say, but it's not about that. They maybe even know that the high priestess, which I believe is this Queen of Swords, already knows what they have to tell them, but it's the fact that they have to actually tell them, right? All right, it sounds like we could maybe benefit from the untold messages of the heart. So we'll get a couple of those, and then we're at like 35 minutes, and this table's pretty full, so I think we'll call it after that. Let's see what we get for you, though. Ooh. All right, what do we have? Memory, I miss you. Love, my heart is opening and I'm ready. So, somebody who has previously had a pretty closed off heart chakra or unwillingness to be really open and honest with somebody in a love connection has been addressing some of those issues like codependency or fear of rejection so that they're able to actually be in a more, like genuine and honest relationship. Personal. This isn't about you. I'm working through a personal issue. This is likely this person trying to communicate, maybe telepathically. You know, I know things have been difficult, but I had to deal with this and make sure it wasn't going to have a negative impact on you before I could come over and tell you that I was madly in love with you. Gentle, I am staying away from you because the last thing I want to do is hurt you. This person wants to have everything figured out before they come forward. I really feel like they don't expect you to be giving them multiple chances. Selfish, I love the way you make me feel, but I can't give you the same in return. This is where discernment comes into play. If this person is coming back and trying to make a really serious offer to you in order to not lose you, you need to be able to read the situation and figure out if that's because they're actually able to give you what you're being offered or if they're just trying to make sure they don't lose you. Because I could promise you the moon and the stars, but that doesn't mean that I have a net to like pull them out of the sky, Like, does this person actually have the ability to make good on their offer? That's something that you definitely need to figure out. It's not going to be the same for all of you. We have planning. I know that I want you in my future. I am working on making the proper plans. This feels like the same energy I've been channeling for a few days now. I know there was one that was risking it all. I think another one was like planning or plotting, something like that. Sensitive. Thinking about you makes me emotional, and I want to open up to you about how I'm feeling. That's a good sign. Play. I just want to have fun with you. This person's really nervous about having that difficult conversation. So they may be kind of fantasizing or daydreaming about what comes after that. Like, if I actually do show up the way that this person wants me to, and I get the green light, then what do we do? Like, do I get to like take her on a trip? Do I get to take him on a trip? Do I get to like, I don't know, use your imagination? All right, you guys. Oh, where did I put that? There it is. I think we're going to call it a night, but thank you for joining me. I hope to see you tomorrow. I'll be doing the fire sign readings tomorrow and probably, I don't know, like maybe a new love reading, something like that. Let me know if you have any requests, but I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for all the likes and subscribes.